Hello and welcome, my lovely lads. Well, man, there's so much to discuss. There's so much to discuss tonight. There's really so much to discuss. And I just need to share this on Twitter. Just a second. Just 1 second, please. Hello, Alex. Just a second to share it on Twitter. Okay, here I am. So yeah, I shared this on Twitter. Let's go. All right. Been a while. Really been a while since I've didn't have these days time, but nowadays I do have it. Nowadays I do have it, and wanna tell this been how to say, we have the case of Phil Baroni. Thank you for sending me the news, Alex. Phil Baroni got arrested. You know why? What happened with his ex-wife? I don't know what to say. I've got no comment about that. There's also Mike Perry releasing a potential contract to box Jake Paul in January, which is actually a great piece of play. I'm glad that Mike Perry can earn some decent money. And also, we've got no KSI versus Dylan Danis. KSI says that Danis is out of that fight, and we've seen what happened. Yeah, Phil is mentally unstable. I agree. And we got a very original moniker. Have you ever heard of a moniker Scampreet Jhass? Yes, Scampreet Jhass. I mean, MMA fans are very much unusual when it comes to monikers, when it comes to nicknames, etc. But imagine this. Listen to this moniker. Listen to this amazing moniker. Instead of Scampreet Jhass, they call the guy Scampreet Jhass. MMA Lock of the Night. He's not anymore Scampreet Jhass, they monicked him Scampreet Jhass. MMA Lock of the Night. Have you seen some Twitter beef from the Twitter Colby Chaos sent me? From the Twitter Colby Chaos sent me, they called him his name Scampreet Jhass. That's how his YouTube channel is called. They called him Scampreet Jhass. You know, they troll him. You know, fans are trolling him. The name of his channel was Scampreet Jhass, but people now troll him Scampreet Jhass. All those outlets don't want to work with that guy. But he paid Rain MMA. He owes now 33K. Can you imagine that guy owes now 33K? What can you say about that, man? It's simply something. Can I say something to believe in? No, something not to believe in. I would say something not to believe in. I want Benel to be champion in 2023. Me too. I think Benel has decent chances to become the champion. He has the skill set to be one. Yeah, man. Yeah, I would love to see a nice piece of play and a nice fight. It's like you're a computer when you talk, you have no character. Oh, okay. Now you're gonna troll someone else. And the next, what I want to say is I really enjoy these topics. I really enjoy everything I do for you, and yeah, Benel pretty much has the skill set to become the champ. I got to tell you that. Benel has decent chances to become the champ of the world, and yeah, guys. Mike Perry is going to earn a lot of money if he accepts this combat. Yes, Mike Perry is definitely going to earn a lot of money, going to get thousands of money, and Mike Perry is going to become a rich bitch, which is excellent, really, which is really excellent when he's going to become a rich bitch. I know you do not bet outside of UFC, but Felipe Bunish for LFA can still be taken at +110. I would recommend that. Good luck, man. Baroni will do a long time, most likely. Unfortunately, yes. When will the second call out will happen for I show speed? Sunday. What about Sunday? Because on Sunday I have time to do a call out. Okay, I have info. I have info that you sent me. I have info that you sent me on Instagram, so I will call him out for that. I will definitely watch. I would hope so. He's likely a murderer. Phil Baroni, man. I don't know why he did something like that. I understand that they were having problems with etc. But man, why? Why would you take somebody's life? Does it make sense? Not to me. Not to me. It definitely makes no sense to me. Yeah, he's gonna go a long time. Maybe the Mexican law is different. Maybe they have a different. Law in Mexico. Some people are crazy. It's that simple, I think. Well, that's true, man. That is pretty much true. Some people just go wild without a reason, and some people can go wild. Maybe Phil Baroni used to be that type of a guy. I know that he was having minor incidents in the past, but I would, if somebody ever asks me, is Phil Baroni capable of doing something like that, I would say no. Yeah, Kevin from Chicago says Philly Baroni was out of control for a while. Yes, I know he's been out of control. But if somebody asked me, Vlad, is Baroni capable of doing something like that? Vlad would say no. I would say that he was not capable of that, but unfortunately he is. It's hard to imagine from the perspective of rational people, but how can you explain so much of the evil in the world? Some people are horrible. I agree, man. From a perspective of normal person, it's impossible to imagine something like that. From my perspective, it's very much hard to imagine. I'm not saying, have no comment. I can't imagine doing that. I simply can't imagine doing that. Maybe that's my problem. Maybe my problem is the fact that I'm, let's say, too normal. But there is too much evil in this world. You are right about that. There is pretty much too much evil, and I don't know. Baroni has been out for a while, but he used to be a great fighter. I don't know what happened to that guy. I really don't know what happened to that guy. He used to be a great guy while he was in the UFC, but since he stopped training, something snapped. I don't know. Majority of fighters, when they stop training, something happens in their brains. I don't know what. For example, when I was not training, I'm gonna share one story with you. When I was not training, I was over aggressive, but I don't know why. Even while I was taking my meds, I was over aggressive. But as soon as I started training MMA, that level of aggressiveness just downgraded. So it seems something is missing in life. I don't know what was happening to Baroni. Don't have access to his medical records, but being out for a while, yes. Phil definitely one of the wilder characters in MMA. Mike Perry before Mike Perry, if you will. Man, when we're talking about Mike Perry's got the opportunity to earn tons of money. You know that Mike Perry is having the opportunity to earn tons of money because Mike Perry is definitely, if he ever boxes Jake Paul, going to take care of his family, of his child, and of his grandson. It's possible that many people who start training have some sort of anger that needs release. Without the training, it builds just an idea, but it makes sense to me. It makes sense to me also, Mountain Bats. It makes sense to me also. That is also one great piece of thinking. I like your piece of thinking because it perfectly makes sense to me also in the first place. When I train, I'm not aggressive at all. No, I'm not aggressive at all when I train. I got better in the training session. I just empty my mind. And I'm feeling way better. Really feeling way better. It's really looking amazing to me. The world looks better to me when I get out. Hey, Mido, how are you doing? Yeah, I'm having a great day, especially when the low levels pay nothing. That's true, man. That's true, my friend. That is true, my friend. When it's low level, that is... Sometimes it can be horrible, In some aspects of the game, it can really be horrible. But in other aspects of the game, If you waste your anger in the training session, that's better for you. That is way, 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 way better for you because you're not gonna be angry anymore. You don't need that huge level of anger, man. Just too much anger, it brings nothing good. But you're right. If you don't control your anger, it's gonna build. Don't worry about me. It's great that you're having a good day. That's awesome, man. I'm trying to be in a great mood. Strickland should bring some anger from training to the fights. Well, Strickland is very angry at the training sessions. He takes his real fights like sparring. I don't know why he does that hard sparrings. I couldn't do such hard sparring sessions. I could never do that. I don't know why is he so aggressive in the training session. It makes no sense to me. Because in the training session, like with my teammates, I never go 100% because I don't want to hurt them. And if it's a real fight, I would go 100%, but never in a training session, as I don't want to hurt anybody, guys. I just don't want to hurt my teammates. It makes no sense. Strickland is all talk. Strickland's training is stupid. Yeah, in the training sessions, he's fighting like these are real fights, man. Does it make sense to you? No. Does it make sense to me? He does the opposite of what you should do. Man, if you want to fight, man, fight, but fight in the real fight. The Cannonier fight, it looked like he was sparring. Maybe it's his best style, but I don't understand how casual he takes his UFC fights. That's the question I also don't know to answer, Mountain Bets. But have you seen his interview when he was telling to one guy, "Hey, your kid is fucking doing grappling. What are you doing? Your kid is fucking doing grappling. Why are you looking at me?" Do you remember when he said that in an interview? And I was like, when I was listening to the interview, I was like, that's what I was doing. I was like, is this guy joking or? No, I was really wondering whether he is joking or he's dead ass. But he was dead ass, man. It scared the shit out of me because he was dead ass. He was not joking around. He wastes all of his energy in the fucking training camp. He was limping at the weigh-ins, maybe too hard sparring. Strickland's wild, but I liked him. I like him too. When he fought Alex, I thought he was simply being paid to set up the Alex versus Easy fight. It's pretty conspiracy, but it made sense. He does not hit versus Cannonier as well. Weird. I don't know. That fight against Cannonier was pretty much odd. I thought he won against Jared. I thought too. Zach Cummings, for me, no one has a chance against Islam at lightweight. I'm backing you up on that statement. I think Islam gonna win that fight. I think Makachu gonna win that fight pretty much easily. Same thing as easy fight, but Strickland did a little better. Yeah. Yeah, Strickland did a little better, but I was actually thinking that Strickland won that fight against Cannonier. No, I really thought that Strickland won that fight. But it was a super close combat and the split decision might have been okay. But like 49-46 to 46-49, I don't know why judges scored that way around. It was just a weird scoring. Hello, Matt. They should have fought in Brazil. Islam is a scammer. One of my favorite fans. How are you doing, Matt? Islam will be lightweight champ until he retired. Not a very controversial opinion. Unfortunately, backing you up. If it was easy, it should have been 45-50 easy. Yeah. All those theories pretty much make sense. I like to hear all your theories. I will do hot takes. Michael Chandler easily beats Conor if Conor isn't on too much steroids. Islam could dominate in both featherweight and welterweight too. I don't know about welterweight, but about lightweight, I'm sure. About featherweight, I don't know whether he can cut that weight. About welterweight, there is a chance. Pretty much there is a chance. My hot take, Blades will be champ in 2023 or will have a belt fight scheduled by the end of 2023, which he will go on to win. Let's go. Maybe that's not a hot take. Maybe that's gonna be true. You never know. When Francis is out of the picture, he runs through the rest of the division. Maybe Francis is gonna transition to boxing. You know that Francis is not in the best relationships with the UFC. We all know that Francis doesn't like UFC too much. I don't know why, but Francis is having a hard time finding a common language with the UFC. He can't negotiate well with the UFC, and Something stuck there. Something is not okay. And that's a problem. Something pretty much stuck in there. They are having a hard time establishing a pretty nice conversation. I don't know how's that gonna end up. Honestly, got no idea how's that gonna end up. Cyrus, I thought Blades was good until he blindly shot takedown against Derek and got flatline KO, the worst I've ever seen. He got flatlined by an uppercut, and to get flatlined by an uppercut, it's not hard. Gotta go now, Vlad. Catch you up later. No problems, Mido. Thank you for stopping by. Anyway, when you got flatlined by an uppercut, it really means that you made a big, big, big mistake. ESPN deal has ruined the guys like Francis as far as relationship with UFC. It's not worth investing in guys like Francis. ESPN actually ruined it. For me, Sehud and O'Malley are easy fights for Sterling. Sterling is simply a beast. Yeah, Sterling proved it on multiple occasions. Sterling definitely proved it on multiple occasions. So I think O'Malley is very, very easy fight for him, especially considering the fact that he won't be able to slip out if Aljamain Sterling catches him into a bad spot, into a ground position, etc. But to be honest, I don't know whether Cejudo is going to come back at all. Cejudo is just talk. I'm not sure whether Cejudo is going to get back. Some people are going to say he will, but I don't know. Will he? Blades made a big mistake once. I don't think he will again. He only saw 15 seconds of stand-up, but damn, he looked fast versus Aspinall for those 15 seconds. Yeah, it was awesome. It was just awesome. Really looked like a great piece of play. But, against Aspinall, what is happening with Aspinall anyway? How is his knee surgery going on? Is his knee surgery... I know his knee surgery went well, but how is his knee right now? When is he going to return? I really want Aspinall and Rakic to return, because I miss those two guys. I really miss those two guys. Especially Aspinall. Aspinall was the future of the division, guys. I mean, let's be honest, Aspinall used to be a future of the division. I really believe Tom Aspinall used to be a future of the division. Torn ACL is typically 1+ year. Yes, I know. At least as an avid American football fan. I know. I just hope Aspinall is recovering nicely. One of my teammates, he fucked up his ACL, and he is already out for 7 months, and he's going to have fight in April, so he's gonna be sidelined for 10 months. Gunn would beat Blades if Francis could do it twice. Gunn? That's interesting fact. I think Gunn would stand a chance. Blades beats Gunn. Gunn is my favorite striker. Gunn is my most technical striker at 265. To be honest, my favorite striker at heavyweight is Tom Aspinall, but I know now you're gonna criticize me heavily. My favorite striker is Tom Aspinall at 265, but Gunn is the most technical striker. If you're asking me about the most technical striker, it's definitely gonna be Cyril Gunn, because I like technicality. Blades hits the power double all day in that fight. Let's go. He is good, but more a grappler. Yeah, Aspinall is having great BJJ. And he has the best boxing in the division. As much as I could have seen, he has the best boxing alongside Blago Baga Ivanov. He has the best boxing too. The takedown against Volkov was slick. Yeah, takedown was awesome. That takedown was awesome, man. I really enjoyed that takedown. Slick for a heavyweight. To be honest, heavyweight is stacked with different types of fighters. And that's something I really like about heavyweight. You got all kinds of styles. Some people gonna say there are many slow-paced fights and slow-paced fighters, which is to some point okay because that's heavyweight, but you got strikers, you got grapplers, you got combinations. It's simply a rocky piece of play. You got everything at one spot. And let's be honest, you got everything at one spot, and that's awesome. That's awesome. You got so many fighters at one spot, so many types of fighters. After this week, I will stream later, just to know, because I will start with my training sessions. Just to know, I will be streaming later, but of course you will. I mean, I know you will follow me. You are the best, so I've got no dilemma about you. But this week I don't have training sessions at my dojo. That's why I'm streaming a bit earlier, and my body needs to recover. I was having pretty much a hard year, but I'm enjoying, really. I'm enjoying every single second with you. Really, that's a great way to relax. Yeah, slick for a heavyweight. I can't agree more than that. Very much slick for a heavyweight. And Tom Aspinall to me is having a great submission switches, if you know what I mean by that. His submission switches are pretty much out of this world. I like his submission switches though. And I really like his chokes. Also, Tom Aspinall is having some of the slickest punches in the division. Yeah, his grappling is the best at heavyweight. Can't agree more than that. His grappling is pretty much out of this world. And especially when it comes to back control, when it comes to controlling your lead arm, and Aspinall knows to control people. No, Aspinall knows to control people. Aspinall knows to control people pretty much nicely. And he is like Paddy Pimblett, but with good hands. Paddy Pimblett with excellent hands. Have you seen this moniker? That's how they call the MMA lock of the night. Some fans in the Twitter. That's how they call him. Scampreet Jhass. It was Mempreet Jhass. That's the name of his channel. And people started trolling him, calling him Scampreet Jhass. I'm like, what? No. How original nickname it was. They started calling the MMA lock of the night Scampreet Jhass. Like everything meant but Scampreet. I mean Scampreet. Very original, got to say. Very, very much original moniker. He hasn't posted since those screenshots. Well, of course, he's not going to post, man. How would you feel? Would you feel if somebody messaged the members of your family? I would honestly, I don't know what I would say. I would feel rocked, man. I would feel very much rocked. I don't know how I would feel. It would have been a fatal blow for me. Yeah, it would have been a fatal blow for me. It would have been a big blow. Cejudo is not the same as it used to be, not the same form plus age. No, he's not the same type of a guy. Worst time of year for it too. Yeah, imagine that. He was celebrating New Year with his family, he was eating, he was drinking, etc. And out of nowhere, you got tons of messages messaging his wife, his nephews, nieces, relative members, mom, dad, and everybody is saying that he owes 35K. Imagine that, man. I don't know what would I do. I don't know how would I feel. But I told you, I wrote a post, and you can read the post in my community. What we think about that in the state of Bulgaria. So I would never owe money to anybody, guys. That's simply unsportsmanship. That's simply unfair. I would never owe money to anybody. It perfectly makes no sense to me. Why would I ever owe money to somebody? I also don't borrow money, and I don't owe money. In Bulgaria, we believe that everybody should earn his money. So that's like money is kind of independent category when it comes to that aspect of the game. Money is kind of independent category. Have you seen people claiming that the Charles Johnson versus Jimmy Flake fight is similar to Derek Mina with odds moment? Yeah, I've seen that, but I think that fight will not go the distance. The Charles Johnson is better striker, while Flake is a superb submission specialist. Only all money to the bank is okay. If you have to, yes. I'm not sure, but it's certainly weird. Yeah, everything is weird about that fight. I see the line is moving, man. I don't know why that line is moving so badly. I mean, we don't have James Krause anymore, right? James Krause is suspended, as much as I know. Johnson minus 500, like seriously. Well, many people are favoring Johnson, but I'm favoring the fight will not go the distance. I'm heavily favoring the fight will not go the distance. That is my heavy favorite for that fight. That's the odd I'm favoring. Yeah, I see Johnson is minus 500. I don't know. I don't know why Johnson is minus 500. In Canada, it's impossible to get by without owing money to the bank at some point to buy a house, car type of thing. Well, if you owe money to the bank, that's okay. You got a contract. You got, you need to pay for the rent. You need to pay for the car. That's acceptable, man. That's acceptable. I understand you. That's acceptable. But I talk about non-acceptable debt, about scamming people. Thanks God, I owe nothing to the bank. Thanks God. But I'm not saying it will never happen. I wonder if it's an open secret among us gyms that Fleek isn't training at all. My only thought for why these odds. Well, maybe there is a chance. I understand that in Canada you must owe at some point. I understand. Maybe that's how things work in Canada. In Serbia, you can owe and you don't have to owe. It depends on you. But I chose not to owe. Thanks God. Thanks God, I owe nothing to the bank, but I live from paycheck to paycheck. So that's how things work for me. But at least according to my culture, we are trying not to owe to the bank if possible. But at some point, maybe you will have to owe. That's I don't consider it wrong. I remember when Petrovsky was plus 4-0 and people thought Maximo was lock. I was one of the rare people who didn't favor Maximo for that fight. I was thinking it's gonna go like in round 3 etc. But Petrovsky pretty much easily won that fight. It was an easy win for Andre Petrovsky. All money to the bank is not a problem as long as your bank can be trusted. Yes, for example, and you live in a country with reasonably interest rates. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, as long as your bank is fine, that's okay. I mean, you will pay every month. You will pay for the rent. You will pay for the car. I can live with that. That's okay. I can live with that. But if you owe the money, for example, to the people, and if you scam them, like Scampreet Jhass did, that's a problem. I know that at one point you must owe money to the bank, which is to some point acceptable. If I was rich, I would keep my money in watches. Oh, awesome! Does your country have credit score like USA? I don't know. How can I watch that? Out of curiosity, let me take a look. I live in Serbia. Serbia credit score. Mm, no, I don't live in European Union. Bulgaria is European Union, but I don't live in European Union because I live in Serbia. Said Nurmagomedov, Chris Gutierrez, say it to win. It's sort of a rating about how well you pay back loans and make payments on time. It affects the interest rates you get on loans. Well, people here, the people who owe money pretty much late with paychecks in my state. Not many people owes because people are scared. People are scared that they won't be having enough money to repay their debts. But majority of them don't pay well. European Union is nice for traveling between countries. I have European Union passport, so I can travel. I have Bulgarian passport, so I can travel wherever I want. But I live in Serbia. I live in a non-European state. I'm from USA, so people just take debt, and if they don't pay, they just declare bankruptcy. Well, in my state, you can't declare bankruptcy. It's different. Even if you declare bankruptcy, even if they take your house away, you still have to pay the debt. So rules are regulations kind of suck. Do you have dual citizenship? Yes, both Serbian and Bulgarian. Yes. Or give back the car, house they bought. Your state is how it should be. Well, in my state, I'm telling you, it kind of sucks. For example, USA is too willing to let people take debt. I'm telling you how it works here. You don't have money to pay for the debt. They are going to take your house, plus they are going to push you to the courts. They are going like, you owe money, you owe money, you owe money, you owe money, and you're going to owe until the rest of your life, if you owe. I was born in USA where Edwards KO, CEO, VPO. That's awesome. Salt Lake City. Oh, that's awesome. That is excellent. And I'm just saying, in my state, it kind of sucks when you owe money. Even if they take your house away, you're still going to owe money. Which is, that's why people in my state don't accept much credit, etc. They are scared, and I understand them to some point. I also would never take something from the bank because of that, because rules kind of suck. In USA, I would take credit. In USA, I would definitely take credit because if I can return car or house, that's pretty much acceptable to me. That's acceptable. USA is too happy to let people take debt, but that sounds horrible. Well, I'm telling you, for example, you owe money. They are going to take your house, bank, and you are still going to owe money. And they are still going to push you to the courts. And you are going to owe. Even if they take away your condo, even they take away your house, if you fail to pay, you're fucked up. Does that interest continue after you fail to pay? Yes. If you fail to pay, interest is growing, and you're fucked up. Or do they set a price you must pay and see if you pay? No, they never set a price. That's a problem. They can only set a price if you have a lawyer. If you have a lawyer and you sue them, then they can set a price. But they rarely choose to set a price. That's a problem. Only if you have a very good lawyer who knows law. If you have a very, very, very good lawyer, they are going to set a price. But if you don't, the interest continues to grow after you fail to pay and continues to grow and grow and grow and grow, and you're fucked up until the rest of your life. That's how it goes in my state. Even if you can't claim bankruptcy here. That I know it kind of sucks, but that's how things work here. And it's better. USA is better, definitely, because I can just claim bankruptcy, return house, return car, and I owe nothing to nobody. That's fine. The American economy is built on debt. It's part of why the country is so large. That's okay. I understand that. That's fine. People can take risks and go for big things. That's also okay. Here, you can go for big things and you can risk. But fail to pay, you're in the debt for the rest of your life if you fail to pay. Are you going to take that risk? I don't know. The American model is way better. You return the house, you return the car, and nobody gives a damn. That's fine. That model is very much acceptable to me. But model in Serbia, no. I don't like that. I don't like that model also. That's why I'm too scared to owe something to the bank. But if I live in the United States of America or Canada, I would gladly owe to the bank if that's the case. If I can just return the car and they don't pursue me in the court, if I can just return them house, they don't pursue me, that's okay. Very acceptable. Man, God bless America. Now you're gonna say I'm joking around, but no, God bless America, man. Is Baroni going to get life in jail? Probably yes, but I don't know Mexican laws. If you feel comfortable sharing what line of work do you partake in? That's what I'm doing. I'm freelance writer. I'm doing freelance writing for for a majority of websites. I'm doing freelance writing. I'm doing writing, for example, veomartialarts.com. I'm doing freelance writing for nifights.com, multifreak.com, octagonraider.com. I've got many websites. There are many websites. I mean, YouTubing is my secondary job. I'm doing this for fun. I don't say that one day I'm not going to live from this. I would love to live from YouTube, but it's hard. It's very hard. I use YouTube to promote myself and to hang around with the fans because I love my fans, Very important part of my life are fans because when I was in the greatest shit of my life, fans didn't fail. Fans didn't abandon me when I was in the worst shit of my life. When I was having the worst problems, fans stayed with me. So fans are very important to me. That's why I respect my fans a lot. That's why I'm pushing this YouTube channel. And also I'm a soccer referee, like a soccer assistant referee, the guy with the flag, the guy who raises the flag. That's me. I do more jobs, and I'm fine with that. I can't say I'm feeling bad. Awesome, yeah, it's awesome. But if you're a freelance writer, then it's okay. I mean, I can pay my bills. I used to ref soccer, but just little kids. I'm refing kids, but rarely. I very rarely ref kids. I usually ref, seniors, county league. I usually ref county league. I'm the guy with the flag. I'm actually very fast for my age. I'm 34 years old, but I'm one of the fastest referees in the league. So that's why they always put me as a linesman. That's why I'm always the assistant referee because I'm very fast. I was a linesman a few times, but didn't like it. I'm actually a linesman. I'm actually assistant referee, a linesman, because I'm very fast. I'm a lazy bastard. So you hate running, right, Cyrus? You hate to run. You like to be the head referee, the one in the center. You don't like to run too much. I understand you're not a sprinter like me. I was a strong soccer player at the high school level. I love the sport. It's awesome. Yeah, it's awesome. I got to tell you, it's awesome. But I mainly did track and field. Track and field is also a great sport. Not much of a runner. I was center mid. Center mid. So you were the mind of your team. Yeah, you were controlling the game. I used to be a goalkeeper. So in soccer, I used to be a goalkeeper. You were a left back. You were a runner. I used to be a goalkeeper, but I have always been one of the fastest players. I don't know why. Goalkeeper doesn't have to be fast, but I don't know to play well, so my coach was putting me on the goalkeeper spot. And it was okay to me. Very much acceptable to me. Left back goes no love, but someone has to defend the crosses. So you were the guy defending crosses. It must have been an awesome experience, bro. Yeah, it must have been an awesome experience. Yeah, I bet it was an awesome experience. Imagine defending all those crosses. I really love how it could have looked. I really like that fact. I was a bad soccer player, but fast, so I could run the sideline well. I am also a horrible player, but I used to be a very horrible player. That's why I was a goalkeeper. I was having good reflexes and I was very fast. But I was having extremely good reflexes. No, I was throwing myself through the air, and I was defending penalties very well. I don't know how, but I defended many penalties when I was a kiddo. I don't know how. My coach was always saying, Vlad, you were born to defend penalties. Striker is the best position. All you do is cherry pick. All you do. All you do is cherry pick. So easy to say. All you do is cherry pick. But you need to score a goal. Like, goalie is a bitch to play. Goalie is the hardest position, man. Nobody likes to be a goalie. Nobody likes to be a goalkeeper. We were having 2 goalkeepers, me and another guy. But every single time when we were having penalties, my coach was like, Vlad, you are defending those penalties. I was like, why me? He said, because you know to defend them. I'm like, is this some kind of fucking joke? He said, no, Vlad. You are going to defend those penalties. I said to myself, well, it's nice. Thank you for the confession, man. I mean, thank you for giving me. I'm not sure if futsal is played. It is played. We are actually good in futsal. But that ball hurt my hands. It's so dense. I know. We play futsal. I know. I just don't have futsal, but we play it. Where I'm from, the skill level is low, so it's easy to score. Summer is short. Soccer is actually a nice game. I love futsal. Futsal is hard to play. I tried playing it once, but futsal is so hard. I don't understand people who play futsal very well, because futsal is very, very, very hard sport to play. I'm not saying one can't play it, etc., but it's not easy to play futsal. It's never easy to play futsal. Futsal is a hard game to play. Futsal builds a strong base for real soccer. Well, technicality. You got to be very technical. I have only been goalkeeper once in futsal. But in futsal, it's harder to defend. It's way harder to be a futsal goalkeeper than a soccer goalkeeper, because in futsal, you must have better reflexes. Futsal makes you technical as fuck. That's true. It turns you into a super technical boy. Amazing technicality is what it brings. It's amazing technicality. It emphasizes the small moments and the 3 versus 3 moments that happen often. Makes you learn to think quickly and play in the small areas. I credit futsal to much of my soccer success. That is excellent, man. That is excellent, but I have always been horrible in futsal and also horrible in soccer. I have always been great goalkeeper. I'm telling you, great reflexes. My coach was always saying, Vlad, you have the best reflexes I have ever seen in the game. And I asked my coach, okay, coach, so what is the plan for me? Do you have some kind of a plan for me? And he said, Vlad, you are going to be a goalie. I'm like, goalie? He said, yes, goalie, Vlad. You are going to defend the goal from the enemy. My old futsal goalie was a maniac. Just like Vlad. I was goalie in hockey. You need the lightning reflexes. How hard it can be in hockey to be a goalie? I never played hockey. How hard it can be? I got no idea. He'd run out and dive at guys' legs. I was doing the same thing. Once I even hurt my head in the middle of a soccer game, because I was diving into opponents' legs. Take huge shots to the body and face just to get some saves. Absolute savage. Very hard. The puck is small and moves insanely fast. The type of a guy you want in front of the net. That's what people were saying for me too. They were always saying that I'm a crazy boy. And whenever I asked, why do you believe I'm a crazy boy? They were like, well, Vlad, you were defending impossible shots. To some extent, that's true. Vlad was definitely defending impossible shots, but Vlad was also receiving stupid goals. That's also true. But that's just Vlad. He was black belt karate, but started training BJJ, I believe. Funny enough, he loved MMA like you. Oh, I was Taekwondo black belt. Started training BJJ just like me. I was a Taekwondo black belt, and then I transitioned to kickboxing. Then I trained BJJ, trained a bit of Muay Thai, trained Drunken Fist, and in the end, I ended up as an MMA guy. Well, everyone where I'm from says goaltenders are crazy people. It's a stereotype. I'm crazy too. I used to be a goaltender. But you must be crazy if you want to be a goaltender. You must be crazy. You must be crazy if you want to be a goaltender. I've done boxing, but I always want to train BJJ. BJJ is fine. Life is busy. I know. Life is very busy for majority of us. Yeah, I'm also working I'm working two more jobs aside of YouTube, but I'm always pushing YouTube because I love my fans. You fans, you are inspiration to me. I will never stop pushing this YouTube because of you, because you are a huge inspiration to me. Imagine one day I'm literally working, writing all day, training, and at the end of the day, I said to myself, man, I can't. Now I said to myself, man, every day I'm gonna stream news like at least half an hour, at least half an hour or an hour. I can do at least that much for my fans. I can't maybe every day, but at least 5 days per week. At least 5 days per week I can do it. Or when I do long streams, or when I announce events, when I do recaps, I can do all of that. Why not? I can do all of that. I can recap events, I can recap fights. I can hang around with the boys, I can go with the MMA news. Is that such a problem? No. No, when you have support, if you believe, when you believe, anything is possible. I know life is very busy, guys. As MMA scenes blows up, especially with betting, you will get more recognition. Thank you so much. There is a lack of knowledge in the MMA content scene. Well, I decided for one topic, and that's MMA. That is MMA, man. I'm trying so hard to push as many MMA stuff as I can. So many of the big guys on MMA YouTube talk out of their behinds. I know. And that's not me, I do my research on my own. I always do my research on my own. And I'm not saying that I'm always right, absolutely. I need to see something. LFA, Katamva. Okay, Felipe. Oh, Bunyash Koriuchi is a picken. Interesting. Eric Fimbres, Tony Charles. Fimbres is a favorite. Chris Brandt, Princeton Jackson. Chris Brandt is a favorite. Luciano Ramos, Marcus Magee. Magee is a favorite. Bradley Emmett, Paul Margitas. Paul Margitas is a favorite, interestingly. Not to talk shit. Fight night picks are very popular, and those guys don't have a clue. Yes, they are extremely popular. Yeah, they are extremely popular, and you've seen that majority of their picks are based around their arguments. They are mostly arguing each other. Have you seen that? They are mostly arguing each other. And what am I doing? I understand the game. I'm a fighter. I've seen some of their content, but it makes no sense that people follow them. Yes, they argue so much. Well, it's all about the argument. I think they hate each other. Well, that's why people like it. It's a drama. People like it because it's a drama. It's normal. It's in human nature to love drama, and it's all about drama in a majority of shows. I don't have a co-host because I like to do things on my own. No, I don't like having many co-hosts, and without dramas, it's all about how you think. I'm a loner, man. I mean, I did have Guida Whisperer, but he doesn't live with me anymore. He found a condo. I like that guy you brought in for Cage Warriors. You like that guy. That's awesome. That is awesome. That was Guida Whisperer. Oh, thank you, man. That was Guida Whisperer. Can't understand shit he says, but he seems to have knowledge. That was Guida Whisperer. That is my friend. Yes, he has a lot of knowledge when it comes to Clay Guida. Clay Guida is actually his special fighter, and he said that Clay Guida was gonna lose to Chase Cooper in grappling, and I was like, man, Clay Guida is a good grappler. Why do you think so? And he said, no, 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 no. Clay Guida doesn't defend triangle choke well, doesn't defend armbar well, etc. And Chase Cooper is brutal with leg locks. I'm shit scared. I was like, why? He said, man, listen, I rarely miss about Clay Guida. He only missed about Scott Holtzman fight, I believe. Hello, Kale. If you ever need a guy who loves blades, bring me in. Why not, man? That would be okay. One day we could do it. We could make some kind of an interview or something like that. That would be okay. I don't know if anyone has followed him as closely as me. Well, if you want to make something about blades, you can always message me. If you want us to record the show about Curtis Blades, if you want to hang around with me, if you want us to do it as a premiere, we can always do it. If you're interested, just if you have Instagram or Twitter, just follow me or message me or whatever, and we can do it. Kale, I want to see Moicano versus Chandler. I want to see that fight too. Hello, Kale. Mountain Bets, if you want us to do a show on Curtis Blades, we can always make something and we're it as a premiere. So I'm eager for it. Just if you have Twitter or Instagram, just message me, but and tell me that you messaged me here so I can accept you. I'm praying that craziness happens and he gets John Jones, but John Jones would never sign that contract. He would lose, and there isn't enough hype. Will do. Yeah. Just message me and tell here that you messaged me. So because my Instagram and Twitter are protected because of there are no offense, man, but there are many toxic people in this world. It's not impersonal. Or just when you follow me, just say, I followed you, I'm that and that guy, I know that's you, and we will communicate normally. I always communicate normally with normal people. We can do Curtis Blades show. If I message you, it will be this account. Just started it. Okay, message me. That's not a problem. Message me now, I will accept. You see, my phone is here. Current fights, I want to see Hoyle, Nicolau, Rosenstrike, Tuivasa, Albazi, Mokaev. Just message me now, and or follow me and message me, and I will follow you back so you can write. Are you using Twitter or IG? Just tell me when you do that, and I will done. Twitter or IG? Twitter. Okay. Branson versus Hermanson, Pereira, Prohashka. Okay, let me log into my Twitter. Hold on. I see nothing at my Twitter. Why isn't it showing? I started to track my 2023 bets. Nothing showing. Let me try to restart my Twitter. Hold on. I will try to refresh my Twitter. You sure you messaged the right Twitter? That is my Twitter. This is my Twitter. Try to message me again. Try to follow me. You see? Not showing. Nothing is happening at Twitter. Strange. That is my Twitter. This Opel Meriva too. Click here because you are in my following. Who wins this fight? Prime Gustafsson versus current Miocic Tuivasa Blades. Prime Gustafsson, Tuivasa Blades. I think Tuivasa wins. Luis Rosenstrike. I say Rosenstrike now. Pereira versus Curtis. Pereira to win. Kania versus Hermansson. How is your name? How is your name in Twitter? This is my name. Nothing is showing. I don't know why, but nothing is showing. Maybe something wrong with the fucking Twitter. I wanna follow you back, but it shows nothing. Stupid Twitter. That is weird. Just tell me your name, I will follow you back. No. Let me try to check on my PC. Glover or Jamal? I think Glover, but that fight no distance. Hold on, let me check on my PC. No. Pulled out of his boxing match, yeah. Okay. Can't find you. Actually, there you go, my Twitter. No, it's not problem, man. There you go, my Twitter. Copy. Hello, man. There you go, my Twitter. Try to follow me now. Hello, now. My fan of the year is here. I can't find you. I'm trying, but... Stupid Twitter. Why isn't this working? I'm already following now. Haha, that's weird. I know. Danis pulled out. I wanna follow you back, but it doesn't wanna let me follow you. Doesn't wanna show me that I have a new follow. Maybe Twitter is fucked up. Yes, Danis pulled out. What a coward. See, it's not showing that I have a new follower. See? Not showing that I have a new follower. It just showed that somebody followed me, but it doesn't show who that is. I think. Stupid Twitter. Glover by submission. Potentially via submission. I don't know what is happening with this stupid Twitter. I mean, I don't want you to think that I'm ignoring you, but I'm showing you that this Twitter sucks. See? This is my Twitter. And when I check... No, don't worry. Embarrassing for Danis until he fights on the next Bellator card. Very, very big. You see? This is it. Try, if you have Instagram, try following me on Instagram. Let's say in some universe, Adesanya beats Pereira and Pereira retires. Agree. Duplessis beats Brunson. Does Duplessis get the next title shot? Yes, he should get it. No, I agree. Do not worry about it. Follow me when it shows up at some point. Okay. Maybe it's on Twitter glitch. Or you can follow me on Instagram. This is my Instagram. You can follow me on Instagram if that doesn't work. So I can reply back. I don't know why isn't this showing. Okay, when it shows up, I will follow you back when it shows up. It's probably some Instagram issue or Twitter issue, whatever. But I will know it's you. So 8:20, you followed me around 8:20, so I will go with the time lock. Yeah, I know you're a fan of mine. I know, it means a lot to me. But I just don't want to think you people that I'm scamming you, because I'm not Scampreet Jhass. I tweeted at you. You tweeted? Okay, let me see whether I can see that. This is you. I'm following you now. I'm following. I'm following you back. I followed you back. Did I follow you back? I think Pereira might retire because he's getting old and he might not be the same after a loss, and he might have to fight down in the division and fight crazy good wrestlers. True. Yes, I see. Oh, thank you too, man. I don't want you to think that I'm scamming you, because I'm not that type of a person. But Twitter is fucking up. Something is wrong with that fucking Twitter. Sorry, something is wrong with Twitter. I mean, I don't want to insult anybody, or people are going to think that that I'm scamming them. I really don't want to do that. When I have, there is one thing I have, and that's my word. When I say I'm gonna follow you, I'm gonna follow you back, because that's the only fair way. No confusion. No, I know you're chill. No, but you know that I'm an honest and honorable person. If you ever want to talk about blades, hit me with a message, and we can analyze the whole career of Curtis Blades. You said you know everything about blades, so we can discuss the career of Curtis Blades because I really need somebody who knows something about some fighter. I need somebody like a historian, like a historian, but a real historian. So you say you follow Blade since his early days. So you could be, I could I could announce you as a Blades historian. Also, if you ever want to take LFA or USA regional fights, we should talk. Okay, that's okay. If you want to, that's okay. But your first appearance could be. How do you like the nickname Blades Whisperer? These are my specialty. That's excellent, man. How do you like the moniker Blades Whisperer for the first announcement? I have my friend who is called Gvida Whisperer. I think Blades Whisperer would be fine for you. You said that you're following Curtis Blades every single day, so you could be Blades Whisperer if that works for you. Don't love it. I like Blades, but I like many guys. I just think Blades is so disrespected. Ah, okay, fair enough. Okay, fair enough. Then you will choose how am I going to announce you. I like many guys. Yes, Blades is very much disrespected in the MMA community, and he is one of the nicest guys in the promotions. I can tell you that he is really one of the nicest guys, one of the most respectful guys in the promotion. Do you remember when that troll was trolling Curtis Blades? What happened? Curtis is still young. Hello, GG1. Yeah, okay, then we'll make an agreement. You have Twitter, you can send me a message so we can reach an agreement and so both sides are happy. That's okay to me. That is pretty much okay to me. I'm really much works well for me. I'm always eager to negotiate. Yes, negotiation is a part of the deal as expected. Yeah, Curtis is still young. Man, but Curtis is having some of the greatest wrestlings at heavyweight. I'm also glad you're following the regional scene. That also means a lot to me. And thank you for accepting this. I mean, really means. It's really acceptable. Really nice, actually. I'm glad you're a fan of mine. If you don't follow the regional scene, you miss the prospects. That is true, man. That is true. It's important. Prospects are extremely important. My favorite regional promotion, I have few of them that I really like, but I like this, I like this, and I like this. But there are many awesome. George Quinlan knocking out Wheat was the most obvious pick of 2022. I will die on that hill. Yeah. I also I like this, and I like that promotion. Uh, Uriah Faber has a promotion. Jackson Wink, Fury FC. These are generally promotions I prefer. Josh Quinlan was a very obvious knockout. Fury FC is very, very, very underrated promotion. I always follow it at UFC on Fight Pass when I get up. But Fury FC is extremely, extremely underrated promotion. I don't have time to record predictions every single time for that because I'm very busy, but whenever I have time, I record it. Austin Jones' most recent fight was great. That was brutally good. He lost country member opponent. There are many high level wars, but both guys are great. when you pair two prospects, that is excellent. And you know why is it good to follow the regional scene? The regional scene is good because you will have a better eye at Dana White Contender Series. Because at Dana White Contender Series, if somebody comes from the regional circuit, you will know whether he is a knockout artist, a wrestling specialist, a striker. Miktibek Korolbai made a stop at LFA and he looks great. Have you also seen that Russian prospect? I forgot his name. 17-0 is his score. Some guy Magomedov, I believe. He is inked to UFC. But I know he has a score of 17-0. Miktibek Korolbai is also an awesome one. Yeah, LFA. But my favorite LFA fight is when Alex Pereira knocked out that guy. LFA 95, Alex Pereira with the left hook. Hold on, I'm gonna find that. I'm gonna find his profile. Undefeated Russian middleweight. Hold on. Sharaputin Magomedov. I'm gonna find you his profile. From AMC, this is a local Russian promotion. Hold on. But he is brutal. I don't think I know him because someone is middleweight Russian 70. No, I think I'd know. This guy. Do you know this guy? Follow regional closely, but I miss things all the time. Yeah, he's not from regional. He's from some Russian promotions. They found him because he inked a contract with Ali Abdelaziz. Click that link. Maybe you will have more info about the guy. Sharaputin Magomedov, I believe. Or Sharaputin or Sharaputin. He has some weird name. I don't know to respond to recall his name. It's Sharaputin or Sharaputin. I know him, but thank you. Seems like a Dana White Contender Series guy already just looking at topology. While a great prospect, very much like he is having a great record. He's still undefeated, so bringing undefeated guys to the UFC is fine. But also somebody with 1, 2, 3 losses. So what if they were fighting big opponents? I mean, you can't judge a guy. You can't count the guy out because of one loss. That's horribly wrong to me. Like when somebody counts people out because of one loss, and you have one loss, it's. I actually think you must lose at least 2 or 3 times, and you know why? Because you are going to fix holes in your game. If you never lose, you are never going to fix anything, and you're gonna fight a beast then a White Contender Series, and he's gonna smash you. We had a case of Kalayan Kolev from Bulgaria, who fought, I believe he fought Armen Petrosian. And Kalayan Kolev was pressing him against the fence, pressing. The first time Petrosian was able to set himself free, he knocked him out with a head kick. So he didn't work on that. That's my guy from Bulgaria. That's my guy, Kalayan Kolev. He made a big mistake. I mean, I'm a big fan of his, but let's be honest. I would say Kolev has no chances at the world circuit, or Kolev няма шанс в света. I'm realistic. You know me, I'm a very, very, very realistic guy. And I was sure that he didn't have any chance. Kev didn't fight long enough for us to see him get KO'd, says Cyrus. I struggle to bet on fighters who have not felt the strength of a better fighter. Me too, man. I'm always scared when somebody comes to the UFC undefeated if I don't know him properly. Then I'm like, okay, your score is all. Your score is all fine. But you have never been knocked out. You have never lost. Khabib wasn't gonna get KO'd. No, wasn't. If your score is low, that's fine, but man, you need to lose sometime. You never know, but it's always better to lose at least once or twice, because it can only turn you into a better fighter. Some people never recover after a loss. Some people do. Some people handle losses pretty much easily. Some people are having a hard time handling those losses. It depends on the person, really. People get old, even Khabib. Everybody's getting old. Hey Josh, how are you, man? Been a long time. Just like Dana White, I hope he never recovers from the loss of his honor. Yeah, just like Dana White. How have you been, Josh? I've seen you were traveling. I've seen you posted some videos. So, how are you traveling? How's your traveling going? Double fingers to him for hitting his wife. Oh, yeah. Well, but the wife hit him first. So when I was watching the video, the wife, then Dana, and then wife. Bang. It was a slap at most, I believe. Well, I believe it was a mutual agreement to promote slap fighting contest. I believe it was just an agreement between two of them to promote the promotion. Good, my friend, thank you. Happy New Year and Christmas, Josh. I am seeing you're traveling hard these days. Yeah, I'm seeing you're traveling hard these days, and I'm so glad you're traveling, man. So glad you're traveling. I'm okay. I don't have trainings this week. I'm resting, recovering my body, etc. I'm feeling better. I'm feeling better. I will try to stream every day at least 1 hour or at least half an hour. Have been training BGG more lately than today. Um, after January 8th, I will return to my MMA. I don't know if it was planned, but the camera filming at perfect angle and perfect time, obviously weird. Extremely weird. I think it was the agreement. I think they had an agreement to promote slap fighting contests. So imagine, Dan is going to pay a fee or a penalty, 2K, 3K. His wife is going to pay a fee or a penalty. They're going to earn millions. Does it make sense to you? ABC track Paddy Pin, but I don't like Paddy either. Only reason to not believe it is stock price falling. Oh yeah, stock price is falling. You are right about that. What would you say if stock price was rising? What is new? Nothing much, man. I just decided to discuss MMA news every single day, at least an hour, or at least half an hour, or if I have more time, then more time. How are you doing, man? Investors don't go far for that bullshit. Phil Baroni is evil. Yes, Phil Baroni is evil. I've seen that Phil Baroni is arrested for murder of his wife. I know he's been unstable for a while, but he used to be one of the craziest characters. Actually, I just checked. Stock price has rebounded today. It gets weirder and weirder, don't you think so, Mountain Bats? Killing a woman like that in cold blood. I can't accept that. I don't think it's okay. I mean, to me, it's not normal to kill a woman in cold blood. It's not normal to me. I mean, to me, it's not normal, but maybe I'm different. Maybe I think differently. But to me, it can never be normal. I would never be able to do something like that. Unless it's a life or death question. But I don't believe it was life or death situation. If somebody threatens me with pistol or with a firearm, that's different, but that's life and death situation, right? But I don't know why he did this. Phil Baroni was pretty much unstable for a while. And I've seen that he did a bad job. Well, he's gonna spend some time at Mexican prison for sure. He might they might possibly sentence him to life without parole. Imagine spending your whole life with criminals, with people who do criminal activities and who are pretty much known for their evil actions. Does it make sense? Not much to me, at least. I don't know why he did that, but I could never support his actions. I mean, let's be honest, we got no idea what happened, and anybody can judge. It's easy to judge when you don't know what happened. That's why I don't like to judge anybody, but I can't support people who do this to women, like women beaters, woman beaters. No, I would never beat women. That's not acceptable. Michael Jordan versus Charles Barkley and Bruce Lee versus Chuck Norris were good fights you put up, my friend. Yeah, thank you. There is one more coming up tonight. Messi versus Neymar. No soccer players. And then we're going to have Neymar versus Bale. Anelia is training. She's in Bulgaria right now. She's training basketball. She is doing a great job training basketball. Congratulations to Argentina and Messi team for their big win. Yeah, Argentina won the World Cup. Honestly, I wasn't expecting to see that from Argentina after that collapse against Saudi Arabia, but that's soccer, you know. Miracles happen in soccer. I wanted Messi to win. I wanted to because after that collapse in the group stage, everybody has the right to make a mistake. Literally, everybody has the right to make a mistake. I mean, let's be honest. And Qatar didn't play well. I don't know what were they looking for at that World Championship. Qatar didn't play well. Qatar played horribly, man. Anybody could have gone through that group. It was a very weak group, though. From my point of view, it was one of the weakest groups at the whole World Cup. It was one of the weakest groups. How is your health? My health is getting better. I mean, I'm still taking meds, etc. I'm not out of those meds. I'm still taking them, but I'm getting better. I'm getting very better. I'm looking more interested in the game right now, as well as you see. I'm also looking happier. So I'm trying to get into the spirit of things. Really much trying to get into the spirit of things. Really much trying to get back into the winning column. And I will try to stream MMA news whenever I have time, you know. Where is Robert? No brain cells cell. I've got no idea. Haven't seen that guy in the chat for a while. I also hope where that guy could be. But I miss your and his arguments, especially when you called him the dumbest chat member. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen in this chat. You are pound for pound keyboard warrior number one in this chat. How about Josh Aragon? Josh Aragon, pound for pound, number one. You know, Josh Aragon, pound for pound, number one. Josh Aragon, pound for pound, number one. But not in the style of Charlie Zelenov, of course. Yeah, number one, man. Number one, pound for pound. It's always glad when you're in the chat. I know you're a super busy guy, so whenever you have time, you can stop by. I'm so glad that you stop by whenever you have time, and I know you're a very, very busy guy, so I know you're working two jobs, I know you're training, so it's always a pleasure to see you stopping by. Even during the event, I know you stopped by for like 15 minutes, half an hour. I hope you have a great 2023. All the best to you. All the best to you too, my friend. I hope you will train BGG more. I hope you will have more free time to travel, to enjoy, and I hope you will spend more time in my channel, because every single time you spend some time in my channel, it's very, very fun and very nice to me. Very much acceptable to me. That's nice. That's very nice. Oh, thank you too, man. And thank you so much for creating my character in the video game. You know, you're one of the guys who created the most realistic character I have ever seen in the video game. That guy was fighting super realistically, especially the guy who choked out MMA Parlay King. Despite he rocked me like 3 times. Despite he was pissing me up, I was able to bounce back and submit him. Anytime he even fought like you. Yes, he fought like me, man. He fought like me. He even had similar legs to me, and I don't know where he learned to throw legs. But at the end of the day, we pulled it out. We defeated that scammer, that prick. I'm going to do a new one for 2023 Bulgarian Cowboy versus Jesse on Fire. Let's go, man. I would really love to see that one. I just hope you have me on that Sony PS. I hope Jesse on Fire is a BGG fighter, right? Now I have some improvements. I do have some submission skills, but you know what is my more of a specialty now? I'm learning top control and I'm learning throws. I learned a lot of throws like singles, doubles, slams. How big? BGG. I don't know his height. Jesse on Fire height. Hold on, let me see. But he's heavier than me. Vlad is getting dangerous. Just need his height and weight, and then we can go from there. Very muscular with very poor cardio. But put him very poor cardio and give me a great cardio. BGG fighter. Jesse on Fire is a BGG fighter. And you know my style, you've seen how I fight. He is black belt. I don't know whether he's a black belt or not. Not sure. I know he has a belt in BGG, but I don't know which belt is he. But you can put that he is black belt if you want to. Nah, only BGG. Not a wrestler, only BGG. I think my wrestling is better than his wrestling because I'm training every single day now. I was literally training every single day. First, Jesse will fight Platan. Oh, that's okay. That's fine one. So to see how it functions against Platan. That's awesome. Yes, of course. Alex Pereira Platan. Alex Platan Pereira. Of course, man. Platan Pereira. Platan is gonna knock him out cold, man. And give him very bad cardio. Jesse on Fire doesn't have good cardio. And I'm having 10 times better cardio than that guy. He gets tired very easily. Actually, I know who he fights first. Coach Barry. That's fun fight to see. That would be a fun fight. Well, maybe Coach Barry is gonna knock him out cold. You never know. You never know. Maybe Coach Barry gonna knock him out cold. Coach Barry actually gave me a hard fight, so We mustn't underestimate those guys' punching skills. He nearly knocked me out, if I remember well, right? Coach Baroni, he nearly knocked me out, I think. He rocked me twice or 3 times. I think he rocked me twice. But Jhass on fire is roided. He has big muscles. You see, Vlad has no muscles at all. MMA Guru will fight Ranch. That would be fun. You see, I have no muscles at all. See, Josh, I have no muscles at all. So I'm Nate Diaz looking guy. And Jhass on fire is roided. He's like, big muscles. You see? And Cowboy has no muscles. I'm like Nate Diaz. No muscles at all. MMA Guru will fight Ranch. That would be a great fight. Vlad, who is the best striker in UFC right now? Poatan. Poatan for me. He is knocking people out like wrecking balls. He's just having those fists of fury. I believe he's having those fists of fury. Four more minutes, I'm live. Hey, Vlad, hello, Real News. Hope all is well. Have you looked into Isaac Bulgarian? It seems to me he's grabbed gloves to game position before a couple of his wins. Maybe it's not a big deal. I don't think Isaac Bulgarian is going to win that fight, to be honest. I think I picked against him. I'm not having anything personal against that guy, but I picked against him because I do believe that he doesn't have much of a chances in the upcoming fight. But also fight starts round 3 would also be a great call in that fight. What do you say, Real News MMA? I think that's something that pretty much makes sense in the first place. Yeah, all is well. Everything is doing better at the moment. Better for Vlad. I'm not positive as Isaac has never been out of round 1. Yeah. I don't think Isaac is gonna win that fight. But again, surprises happened. He's powerful. He's got good lateral moves. He's got good ducking, swaying, boobing, weaving. We might see an upset coming. It's not impossible. I can see it coming. Absolutely. But that's how I see it. Or maybe no distance would have been a great pick for that fight. Maybe, just maybe. You never know how the fight is gonna play out, right? Man, the time I spend with my fans is the best time. The best time of my life is the time that I spend with my fans. How amazing it can be. It's really very amazing it can be. Yeah, it can be very amazing. But I'm gonna make more news reactions every single day if I can. I will make news reactions. I'm not positive, yeah. Alright, guys, thank you so much for staying in the chat. Thank you so much for being with me. And thank you so much for your support. It really means a lot to me, especially considering it's MMA hour now. You did a great job. You are awesome. You are amazing. And catch you tomorrow. I will tomorrow also go live.